Oh, you just can't let that happen.
It's a Week 3 edition of Hit Sticks here from the Star in Frisco in the Globe Life Studios.
I got this one. Listen up, y'all. This is KY. That's BC. I'm IRS. We the best. We coming at you live.
Previewing the Eagles right here on Hit Sticks. So Week 3 is here. The Cowboys finally get a home game at AT&T Stadium, and they welcome in the hated Philadelphia Eagles, who bring a new head coach, Nick Sirianni, in his first year in Philadelphia, and he has brought a couple of changes. We're going to start things off about looking how the Cowboys can attack a single high safety and a cover 3 defense, which is something that the Cowboys have seen on their own side of things, and it's going to really force Dak Prescott to throw the football because, Isaiah, they like to take away the run.
Yeah, they want to definitely take away our ability to run the ball. And when you want to take away your ability to run the ball, you're susceptible to passes.
Yes,
right?
indeed.
So by rolling that extra defender from that, that strong safety position down into the box, you obviously have 5 cover guys underneath. So you guys see right here at the second level, there are literally 5 guys covering the width of the field. And that makes things hard underneath. However, it makes you very susceptible to what, BC?
The seams.
All right. So as a 3-by-1 set here with the Cowboys, you want to try to attack the seams and get past the second level. All their defenders are at the second level, so you want to get just past those guys and really put the stress on that single high safety. Remember, that safety and those 2 cornerbacks have to cover what? 53.5 yards.
A lot of field.
That's a lot of field to cover. So that's what you want to do. You want to try to exploit that.
You got to try to exploit that. Look, I even hate lining up with the Philadelphia. Like, I'm on their team right now. I even hate the feeling. I feel kind of disgusted, but let's get to it. The Philadelphia Eagles, they've always been an aggressive style defense, so they're going to try to pack that box in, try to make this team one-dimensional. They're going to try to make it all on Dak Prescott with his arm. Let's see if he can do that. But like you said, against that cover 3, those 5 down defensemen try to make the underneath throws muddy. But those seams, they're alive and well. Like you said, the corner, the other corner, and the free safety, they have a lot of field to cover. Yeah. Let's see what we can get done.
All right, let's see. All right, y'all, here we go. We're in 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back, 3-by-1 set. Gonna make things difficult for this single high safety. Let's see what we can make happen. Boom. And that is the hole that you want to hit. Again, let's go ahead and take a look at it here on the replay. All right, I'm going to highlight him right here. Again, as the ball is snapped, you guys see him take a little wide release, okay? Boom, and he goes straight to that seam. You guys can see the hole already developing. As you guys see right here, right in his inside, right on the left side over here with Gallup. All right, if I can get up to Gallup right here. Obviously, we don't have him this week, but we're going to use somebody else right here. But Gallup is going right across the face of that safety. That grabs the attention of the safety, of that single high safety. By him going after that single high safety, what does it open up, BC?
The seams.
The seams. All right, so right here on the seams, if I can get over to my man Schultz, he's right here running right smack down the middle of the seam. Easy. Past the second level, right there, Dak knows that he's the guy to go to. Drives the ball right here in the hole, easy first down, maybe even a touchdown.
Look at that ball placement.
That was nice.
What did he do? He put that away from the safety, away from the corner, so he can get his receiver out of harm's way. And if you run it back a little bit here, this is exactly what having an Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield does for your offense. As you see, he creeps out into the middle of the field here, maybe 5 or 6 yards from the line of scrimmage. But as a defender, you don't want to give Ezekiel Elliott any space. So what does that linebacker do? He doesn't get back in his depth and cover that seam. He goes up here, creeps up a little bit, and stays with Ezekiel Elliott. That opens up that huge seam for Schultz right there. Yeah. Dak Prescott did an amazing job putting that ball placement right where it needed to be. That's a win for the good guys.
So compared to the first 2 weeks of the season, the Cowboys have a unique opportunity to see a mobile quarterback for the first time, arguably in the 2021 season. It's not Tom Brady. It's not Justin Herbert. It is Jalen Hurts. And this is a guy you have to contain because of his weapon that he can use in terms of his legs, running outside the pocket and buying time and finding extra yards for his receivers to get downfield. So, Isaiah, offensively, you have a weapon. Barry, you got to slow it down.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Hurts is one of the best athletes, especially not even just in the NFL, but at the quarterback position, right?
Without a doubt.
He has the ability to. He's strong. He's a strong cat.
Strong with a K.
With a K. He has the ability to not only run, but he has a cannon of an arm. And they've given him 2 receivers that can go down the field. So they use a combination of things, not only his skill sets to be able to outflank the defenders, but also his ability to draw defenders to him and free up these guys down the field.
Yeah, so what Dan Quinn, in my mind, what he's going to do here, at first we're going to test out the man-to-man. Because like you said, Hurts is one of the most athletic guys on the football field, not only as a quarterback, but just on the football field, period. And he's one of the most dangerous because he's not always looking to run. If he's scrambling, he's looking downfield. He's trying to extend the play, buy time to get his receivers the ball. Smith and Rager, they're both extreme deep threats. So as Dan Quinn right here, I'm going to put my Dan Quinn hat on.
Okay.
And early on, I'm going to play a little bit man because I don't want to get zoned. And if he gets out of there, the receivers can find holes in the zone, and he's like to extend the play. So I don't like to plaster like that. So what I like to do is play man-to-man and let my defensive ends do work. We got Gregory on one side, hopefully this week, and we got Dorrance Armstrong on the other, and they're in wide 9 techniques. What I mean by wide 9 is you're on the outside portion of that tackle. You have contained no matter what. You're in a wide 9 position, so that way you can contain Hurts. We've got to keep this guy in the pocket. He scrambles around a lot, similar to Russell Wilson, scrambles around a lot just to extend the play. We have got to keep him contained because if he bursts out, that might be a night-night for the Cowboys, so we do not want that. We'll keep a spy on him, maybe a Parsons, maybe a Keanu O'Neal. We'll keep a little spy on him just in case. But we have got, this job is up to these defensive ends to keep this guy in contain so he can't extend the play and do damage to our defense. Let's see what we got here this first play.
You know, I got a first-round draft pick at receiver.
You do now. He can run, too.
Okay.
He can run. We'll see what they got.
Yeah, we're going to see what you got. Here we go. Ready, set, and boom. Ooh, play action. Let's roll. Ooh, there you go.
Now, that right there, if we can go back to this instant replay, that was a great job done by our defense. As we see here, we're in man-to-man coverage across the board with our corners, and our defensive ends, like I said, are in a wide 9 technique. And we have Keanu O'Neal, who's bubbled with that red bubble underneath him. That's going to be my spy right there. That's the guy that I want to have spying Jalen Hurts, and I want to keep Parsons locked up on Miles Sanders right there because I believe Parsons has the best cover ability out of all our linebackers. So if we slowly hit the hike button right here, you see from the jump, Randy Gregory on that left-hand side has an amazing jump. He kept his pocket contained, and he forces Hurts to go escape to the right side. Miles Sanders does a good chop block right there, but also Dorrance Armstrong does a great job of keeping that outside arm free. If he were to get sucked in or do an inside move like we saw a lot of our defensive ends do last week against the Chargers, that's it. Hurts is out the gate. So Dorrance Armstrong does a great job right there, keeping contained, making sure that outside arm's free, and forcing Hurts to get rid of the ball before he wants to. There's no one there. And we'll take that all day. If he's running for his life like that and throwing Hail Marys to try to get plays going, we'll take that all day. Our defense did a heck of a job there. Let's move on to the next one.
So we just saw what happens if the Cowboys are able to contain Jalen Hurts coming up on Monday night. However, Hurts will get his fill. He will get outside at some point, and the Cowboys will show a couple different looks defensively. It's not always going to be that wide 9 look. So when you're in a traditional 4-man front, Barry, where does that leave you susceptible in defense against a mobile quarterback?
Yeah, when you're not in that wide 9 technique at the defensive ends, like right now, we're just in a shaded technique. That means we're just slightly on the outside shoulder of that offensive tackle. It leaves you susceptible to that outside run. And what did we talk about Hurts being one of the most athletic quarterbacks in the game? So he would love for the simple fact to be able to go outside, contain, become that dual threat quarterback, have a pass option or run option. And look, it's on his own time at that point because he's not worried about the rush. So when we're not in a wide 9, we still have to get technique or we still have to get contained on them. It's going to be a heck of a hard job to do that. But let's see what happens when these defensive ends are crashed down and Jalen Hurts has the option to run or pass.
Well, I'm going to talk from a perspective of a quarterback who may or may not have had some wheels back in the day. And whenever you come up to the line of scrimmage, one of the first things that grabs your attention are these defensive ends. If these defensive ends do not have leverage, if they don't initiate leverage from the time I'm a pre-snap, I already know that I can get outside of them. And once I'm outside of them, they have zero chance of catching me. And once I'm on the edge, again, I provide the defense a lot of issues. I know my speed, I can make first downs easily because of my momentum going towards the line of scrimmage. Or I can put pressure on him and throw the ball down the field, which he has the weapons to take advantage of that.
Yes, he does.
So let's go ahead and see what happens here. Boom. Okay. Yeah, let's do this right here.
A little hot route action.
Yeah,
okay,
we're gonna do
a little sauce on him.
Yeah, we're going to put a little sauce on him. Okay, I'm going to empty him out right there. Get another linebacker out of there. There Bam, let's see what we got. Boom. Here it is.
Oh. And that, my friends, is exactly what you do not want to happen in this instant. We gave Jalen Hurts the edge. He was able to get off the edge easily, and that becomes a dual threat quarterback at that point. You can either run, you can either pass, but at the end of the day, you're going to collect yards. As we go here and look and see, oops, let me go up a little bit. There we go. As we look here and see, both of those ends, they're in a shaded technique. So already, like you said from the jump, Hurts is looking, saying, all right, I know I can escape on one of these sides. Whichever one of these defensive ends he had hooked, I can escape on that side. It ended up being the side of Dorrance Armstrong right here. But as he gets out and the snap of the ball, as he gets out of here, he waits, he's patient. He sees Dorrance Armstrong, went for the inside move. Right there, that's it. That's the end of it right there. Once you go inside, knowing you have contained on an athletic quarterback, he is out the gate 9 times out of 10. Isaiah can tell you he would have escaped and ran it for a touchdown because he has the juice like that. Let's hope that Jalen Hurts does not have the juice like that. And you see Parsons at the top of your screen right there with the red circle underneath. Even though he's a 4-3 guy, even though he's fast as all heck and he's the spy right here, no matter what happens in the open field, it's super hard to bring these guys down when you're one-on-one in the open field. As we see right here, Hurts is one of the best in the National Football League at making guys miss. Whoopsie. And it was just easy like that. Roll one more time. I'm going to just hit him with the whoop. Oh, you just can't let that happen. Great hustle from Dorrance Armstrong, but at the beginning of the play, you cannot leave contain out there. That's what Jalen Hurts has the capability of doing. That's what we do not want to see on Monday.
So to wrap up this week's edition of Hit Sticks here from the Star, let's take a look at Kellen Moore and some of the play calling opportunities that he could have in a late game scenario inside the red zone. This has been something that he's done under the microscope over the last 3 years as the offensive coordinator. Through 2 weeks, the Cowboys have been pretty efficient in the red zone. Isaiah, what is key to keeping that streak going in week 3?
I think continue to be versatile in your offerings, right? I mean, I think we have a lot of weapons. We obviously can go to what we're doing right here, which is just straight 11 personnel, and we have all of our dogs out there, right? We have all of our dogs, and in addition to that, our ability to be able to throw the ball, whether to our running backs, is huge as well in the red zone because it gives those guys man-to-man matchups, or they can find the holes in the zone. So I think that what we're coming out with here, just spreading things out and really using all 53 and a half yards of this field when you're down in the red zone, because most people think that you're restricted. You're really not.
And on the defensive side of things, Philadelphia, they don't want to go man-to-man right here because, like you said, all those dogs that they have on offense, you don't want to go man-to-man because there's just so many opportunities for you to get beat right there. Crisscrossing routes. I mean, there's just too many opportunities to get beat. So as a defensive coordinator out here, I would like to see them go out there and press zone. That way you can just, use those 53 yards to your advantage. But let's see what the coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles is going to do right here.
Got him, coach. And what you saw right here is the one, obviously these guys on defense want to go single high, but it's really difficult to go single high when you're down here in the red zone. So you can kind of expect whenever you go 11 personnel, you can almost predetermine or force the defensive coordinator's hand into playing 2 high safeties. What happens when you play 2 high safeties? Well, guess what? You can grab linebackers and get behind them and in front of the safeties. So as we see right here, I want you guys to pay close attention to this linebacker right here. All right, so as we snap the ball, I want you guys to pay close attention to him. Watch how Schultz's route forces him to get wide. Schultz's route grabs him, right? That's literally, it's like a lasso. You throw a lasso around him and you can pull him forward. Who are you really going after? Well, there's another guy by the name of C to the D, all right? And by CeeDee Lamb, watch his entire route right here. Boom, right off the ball. CeeDee's coming, he's creeping. He takes an inside stem release. He's waiting to try to grab that linebacker. Boom, Schultz, he bites on Schultz's linebacker right there. Right behind him, give me the goodies like Sierra all day long.
And on the defensive side of the ball right here, if you could run it back for me a little bit, Isaiah, this was a saying that all defensive coordinators say: sink on the credit, but break on the cash, meaning that you sink back and you always go against the defender that's deepest in your zone. Right here, that linebacker number 50, Wilson, he should have sunk back to where CD was, knowing that that's the biggest threat to the touchdown right now. Sink back, and that little Schultz route in the flat, you can rally to that as a team, rally to that and tackle that. But that's not what happened right there. He didn't sink on the credit. He just went straight for the cash, broke the cash. CD right behind him for a touchdown. Each and every defender should know: sink on the credit, break on the cash. Another touchdown for the good guys.
So there you have it, a preview of the first NFC East divisional matchup for the Cowboys here on Madden. He had a big play. He had a touchdown to CeeDee Lamb to cap it off. How about that? In the red zone, converting like Kellen Moore. Now, you do get to answer the Twitter question that will give out another free copy of Madden. We've had 3 weeks, 3 free copies of Madden already sent out to Hit Sticks Nation out there. So if you haven't jumped on the bandwagon yet, jump on. Isaiah, this one comes from Uncle Drew on Twitter. He says, is the NFC East race already looking much tighter than anticipated?
Yeah, it's tighter than we want it to be. I can tell you that. And obviously, it's going to be a huge testament to what we do this week. We have a big battle against Philly, and they present a big problem in terms of our goal to try to go get the NFC Championship.
3 teams already at 1-1, and then you have an 0-2 New York Giants team, but they'll get back on track at some point. It's going to be tough to win this division. He's Isaiah Stanback. He's Barry Church. I'm Kyle Yeomans. That does it for Week 3 on Hit Sticks.